Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. I'll direct this first to Blake and then to Adam. Mark Scheifele was very involved in a lot of stuff tonight, including that hit at the end. It looked high, maybe late. Could I have your take on it, please?
Just hope he's okay. I mean, that's it, really. That's all. That's the concern is, it's never good to see a guy on the ice for that amount of time and have to bring the stretcher out. It's scary. So we're just hoping that he's okay.
I'll just echo what Blake said. I think first and foremost, just thinking about him and, hopefully it's precautionary. It's a scary incident.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
This is for Blake. A lot of talk about rest versus rust heading into this series. Montreal obviously gets this first game. How much of your long layoff do you believe played into this loss?
Yeah, I think 5 to 6 days is a really great amount of rest. Playoff time, you go into, I think we're pitching around 10, and you just kind of lose that bite a little bit. What a playoff series is like, but in some ways it's a great reminder. I talked to my wife about it a little bit last night that it's tough to match, what those guys have just been through. They just won an emotional Game 7, and they're kind of riding that high, and we've just been kind of sitting on our hands. So it's tough. It's tough to match that, and they certainly got off to a good lead tonight, and it was just tough to claw our way back. But I think we can take a lot of positives from tonight. No question.
We'll go next to Guillaume Lefrançois from La Presse. Go ahead, Guillaume.
Hi, question for Blake. How did Paul Stastny's absence sort of change the complexion of the game for you?
Yeah, we miss him big time. I mean, just his presence, voice in the room, voice on the bench, just such a steady two-way player. He kind of puts out a lot of fires for us on the ice. So, yeah, we certainly miss him tonight. Hopefully we can get him back as soon as possible.
We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Adam, obviously not the start you would have been looking for the way Montreal came out, but were you happy with the way your team responded and played the rest of the way?
Yeah. I think we knew they were going to come out. They were going to have their legs right away. It was, them coming off that emotional game in Toronto and, being sharp. I think, we just lacked a little sharpness early, and a couple mental mistakes, and we dug ourselves a hole, but I didn't quit. I think as the game got on, we got better. We started to really generate some chances in the third. That's one of those things where they get out to the lead, and you dig yourself a hole. It's tough to come back, but I like the way we fought back in the game.
We'll go back to Jeff Hamilton from the Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Your question for you, Adam, just on that line, when you dig a hole for yourself like that against a team like this, how challenging is it to get it back when they have the defense, they have the goalie that's kind of their identity there?
Well, I think regardless of the team you're playing, you spot them a 2-goal lead early. It's tough to come back from, but you were a resilient bunch in there. I think you saw in the Edmonton series has come back multiple times, and that's something we have a lot of belief in our group. And in the third period we closed the gap, and they get another one, and we closed the gap again with the net empty. So they felt like even though we dug that hole, we were still in the game. We were giving ourselves a chance, and now it's just about tightening some things up for us for sure.
We'll go back to Jeff Hamilton. Go ahead, Jeff.
This is for you, Blake. You mentioned the positives in this one. I'm just wondering if this was an opportunity, obviously not the result, but an opportunity to see what this team is like firsthand, to be able to make whatever adjustments you need to make in the series.
No, I mean, I think our game plan coming into the series was spot on. Just didn't execute. And on top of that, they played a really good game. I mean, you got to give them a lot of credit. They played a heck of a game. Certainly a great start from them, and kind of put us behind. I think we can get back to, some of the things we talked about coming into the series, and it's not going to guarantee us success, but I think it will give us an opportunity to have a little bit more success than we did tonight.
Thanks very much, guys.